And hello, boys and girls. This is your old pal, Uncle Al. Today we tried something different and we hooked up with Will at Just in Time Prepping for their Monday chat on food storage. We had Will Patriot, we had Dmak, and we had Cheryl Hirsch. Very good crowd. Now, Uncle Alan's a little bit tired, but I got through. The filming part, the camera work, it was pretty good. Have to work on the audio and timing, which is going to drive me nuts because I have a really old system and I have a few bugs in it I got to solve on my end. So until I get that all fixed, I'm going to try a couple of quick fixes so I can be on the next panel, hopefully, because every time I do this on this old computer, I use up a lot of memory space. Okay, kids. Anyway, what I was trying to say on food storage, I couldn't say it. I wanted to get sound bites in. And then you see a smiling koala, which was kind of great. Just gives Uncle Alan a headache. Yeah, a big headache. He's trying to figure out all this high-tech stuff. So 1 second, kids. Oh, Lord, this is what happens when you get old. Where did I put my notes? Never become my age, kids. Keep forgetting where I put it. Let's see. A lot easier when you remember stuff. Okay. Now I'm back. That's what happens when you get old. You forget things and put things away, and all sorts of things come up. If I use my nephew's stuff, it'd be a lot easier. But Uncle Alan has to use whatever is available or left over or rebuilt. Now, Palmetto prepared. I wish I could contact you. Let's talk about prepping. I know Rob Painless was on tonight, and everybody knows Cheryl, DUI Fun. She was really good tonight, and also Will. Now, everybody don't forget West Wind Survival. Okay, always tell people drinking water. That's 12 gallons, 3 days, 4 people. Now, if it's anything else, it's more than that. And this is basically what Dmak says: 7 days, 14 days, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months. Good system. Unfortunately, I didn't was fast enough to put out the notes. That's what happens when you get old and forget things, kids. Oh, Lordy. Yeah, and that was Just in Time Prepping. We have another live stream. I think it's 9 in the morning or 8 in the morning Mountain Time for Will. Very good show. So please check out Will Russell's Just in Time Prepping. Let's write down notes, but I keep forgetting where I put them. That's what happens when you get old and kind of crazy and forget things. I think that was right. Yeah. Sometimes I forgot to put down people's names. Getting old. Still here. And we got West Wind Survival. I know he's busy. I'll be busy too. Dmak runs a really good channel. Congrats on the baby, Dmak. You know, you're going to have a bunch of fun. Trust me, I'm a granduncle. I had more little people running around the house screaming at me for too many years. That's why Uncle Alan's always alone, and Uncle Alan don't want to see kids or dogs, but they always hang around Uncle Al. I guess I'm the only one who listens or fix their little phone things. Kids, you gotta know how to recharge those things. Recharge those things because they don't work if you don't recharge them. Okay. Palmetto was asking how to do acorns. I was going to do a quick summary how to do it, but you want to pick out non know your acorns in the area, and two, it has to be a certain type of acorns. Anything this big or a little bit skinnier, they're kind of toxic, and you'll find out when you try to pull it out. Now, it's a certain type of white oak around here. We have white oak, valley oak, and we have also mountain oak. Now, if you ever ate a pigeon, a rock pigeon that eats one of these, you could taste it because acorns have a high amount of tannic acid. Tannic acid. And a lot of people don't know about this until, like during the war, my grandfather told people in the village how to process acorns and certain nuts into flour. But like most people in the city, they skipped a lot of steps. Okay, first you have to pick ones that don't have bugs or chew marks in it. If it has a worm, don't eat it. Second, you have to cut these things up into tiny squares and let it dry, then soak it. Okay, after you're all done that, and it's been flushed out for a couple days, then you heat treat it. You do not cook it, you do not burn it. It has to be air roasted properly. If it turns too brown too quick, you goofed up. It's supposed to be like a soft, yellowish kind of brown. After you've done all that, you pound the hell out of it or grind it. Now, a lot of people don't understand why you have to do all that. Because if you do it wrong, you get rid of the essential oils in the acorn. You're trying to flush out the tannic acid, but you're not flushing out the fat of the acorn. Now, a lot of people goof up by leaving the shells on. Never do that. Where do you think half the tannic acid comes from? From the shells. Now, I learned it from the old ways, from a nice family, Native American. They taught me how to do it right. So I don't have time, equipment, or skills to do it. I know how to process. I do not know. Damn it. Pinched right there. I do not have the time to process 25 pounds of acorns to make 15 pounds of meal because I know what the process takes. I know how to do it. A lot of you people don't. And I don't want to be fighting blue jays, squirrels, rats. Every time I put out a nice tray to dry out after I flush out all the tannic acid, I get the whole neighborhood of critters saying, "Thank you, Uncle, for all the wonderful food you gave us." You know, just drives Uncle Al nuts. I'm not Snow White. Okay, for more serious stuff, okay, this one is a thin book, but it has all the food storage methods used by Mormons and others. Okay, and also the turn of the century or past uh, 200 years ago, from anything from preserving your foods, from freezing, smoking, water, pressure, salting, brining, jerking, smoking, air drying, cellar storage, hard drying, and brandy. Okay, that's a lot of process you got to memorize. That's why I have this book, and that's the author. Now it's out of print. It's going to be a little hard to find, kids. This one's my favorite. Okay, it's by these people. It's from Oregon, from Home Power Company. Okay, it shows you how to make a simple solar oven. Now these things get hot. They get about 220 degrees. And if you do it right, it gets even hotter. Now Uncle Alan kind of goofed up. I thought I'll help my grandnephew build one with turbo. Big mistake. Big mistake, kids. Never turbo a solar oven. I goofed it up, and it's the first time people saw a solar oven caught on fire. Okay, solar oven's easy. Some kind of insulation, a box, and a glass or Pyrex plate over it to keep the heat in. Inside box is painted black. Then you have an outside box to hold the insulation to hold the heat. And then you have a thermometer, dial thermometer that sticks through the two boxes so you get a proper temperature reading. Now Uncle Alan kind of turboed it, and we had the fire at the school. First time I ever seen a solar oven catch on fire. So we don't want to do that. Okay? So I recommend getting this book. Okay, and I'll tell you by Joseph, I can't pronounce it. You can see that name. Okay, you can make solar cookers work 100 times faster, but Reed will tell you that's not a good idea. Uncle Alan's trying to improve things, but sometimes, like Reed says, Uncle Alan's a little nuts and he's a mad scientist. Now, for you beginners, I recommend this book by Peggy Layton. Okay, she lives in Utah, nice lady, and got the basic what Dmak says on food storage. Very easy, very simple. And then for Cheryl, because you live in Missouri, great state of Missouri, I always recommend people to know this. Okay, Hugh Mann's Backpacker's Guide. Now, trouble is, normally these packs weigh about 60 pounds plus, give or take, unless you know how to pack. I do recommend getting this book and reading it. If you want to cheat, you get a bicycle and you can go faster and wave everybody behind. Another trick I use is getting a garden cart and a bicycle harness for it. That solves two problems. If you have somebody who cannot move, you can move some of the backpack stuff up front and you carry one person up to about 125 pounds. It'd be more work on the person on the bike, but you could hook up a secondary bike to increase the power load. How does Uncle Alan knows all this stuff? Because Uncle Alan already did it and Uncle Alan already tried it out. Just take a little engineering and figuring out. Now I do like and magnify the imagination. Yay, Reed! You got the septic system right. Now, Uncle Al's version was just capping the toilets and praying to God nothing else comes out through the other drains. But the ball valve sounds pretty good, and I'm thinking about doing that. But of course, my landlord, my other nephew, who's very rich, who temporary renting it. Well, I do own it, but the way they got it set up, I think I'm a little bit in trouble because they have the paperwork and I don't anymore. So I got to figure out a way to explain to them it's our best interest. If I got a shut-off valve and an access valve, they're kind of looking at me. Why do we want to spend the money? Because next time when the pipes are clogged and the toilet's clogged, I'm not going to be strong enough to correct the problem. And you have to hire a guy at $4.75 an hour. Oh well, kids. Well, I'll catch you later. I'm a little bit tired. I'm going to try to get this out. I was going to do more shout outs, but that's about it for tonight. I do like to thank Will Patriot, Dmak, Cheryl Hirsch, and Will Russell for tonight. It was a great live stream. I wish I could give you better audio, but I got video okay. I got to work on the audio. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you later next time. Bye.